Hello everyone. Today we're going to continue on with our financial literacy section and talk about net worth. So your assignment today is you will need paper and a pencil to take notes and complete your assignment. Be sure to write questions you may want to ask. During the notes and guided practice, you may pause and rewind as needed. And once you complete the notes and guided practice, complete and submit the independent practice. Do not be afraid to contact me for help. All right, net worth. And we'll go over your vocab first. An asset is an item or an amount of money that you own. Okay, so it's your money. Examples could be cash, investments, your house, so whatever the current value of your house is. So if you decide to sell your house, that's your money that you're going to get. Now a liability, so that's an asset, and a liability is an amount of money that you owe to a financial institution. So this could be a student loan. I know I have loans, student loans from college, a personal loan, or it could be a credit card debt. Remember, if you have a credit card, you're borrowing money. That's not money you have. You have to pay it off. So credit card debt, and then we're going to learn about more in just a second. So below are some items that are listed, and we're going to talk about whether they're an asset or if they're a liability. So again, an asset is something you own. That's money that you have, or you could sell it and get money for it. And then a liability is money that you owe. So if you borrowed money, such as a loan or a credit card, that is money that you are trying to pay back. So that's a negative amount. So if we look at the following items, they have a house, the current value of a house. That is an asset because I could sell my house and I could get that value, that amount of money for it. A student loan, that's a liability. A credit card debt, liability, that's money you owe. A paid off automobile, so if your car is paid off, that means whenever you decide to sell it, you're going to get the money for it, so that's an asset. Furniture, if you have furniture that's a good amount of price, because usually furniture isn't cheap, you could sell that furniture and you could get money for it, so that would be an asset. Savings account, that's money you have, that's an asset. Retirement, so when you guys get a job, you start putting money into retirement so you can retire when you're older. That's asset, that's also money that's yours. And then an automobile with a loan. So if you had to take out a loan to buy your automobile, that means you owe money. So that's a liability. Okay, so if you pay attention to these two right here, an paid off automobile is an asset, but an automobile with a loan is a liability because you still have to pay your car off. Okay, so make sure you pay attention to that. In order to find our net worth, we're going to add up our assets, we're going to add up our liabilities, and then we're going to subtract them, and that is going to give us our net worth. Okay, so assets minus liabilities is going to give us basically how much you're worth. Okay, let's do some calculations. Number one says Libby is calculating her net worth. Her assets have a total of $87,545, and her liabilities are $32,158. What is the value of Libby's net worth? Okay, so again, if we look up top, net worth is assets minus liabilities is net worth. So assets, I'm just going to use A, minus liabilities is going to give me my net worth. So Libby's assets are $87,545 minus $32,158. So if I subtract those, 545 minus 32158, I am going to get 7, 5, 6, 8, 3, 5. Sorry, 5. So I should get 55,387. So her net worth is $55,387. And if you notice, her assets are bigger, so she has a positive net worth because she owes more money. She owns more money than she owes. Okay, so she has a positive net worth. Number 2 says a financial planner is working with the client. She tells her client she has a net worth of $105,630. If her total liability is $89,243, what is the value of her assets? So again, we have assets minus liabilities is your net worth. Well, this time, do we know what our assets are? No, that's what we're trying to find. So I'm going to leave A alone. Minus her liability, which is $89,243. And her net worth is $105,630. Okay, so we just finished solving equations. So if I want to solve for her assets, the inverse of subtraction is addition. So you need to add 89,243, and you're gonna get 3, 7, 8, 14, 9, 1. $194,873 is going to be her assets. Okay. All right. Moving on. All right. Now we have, it looks a little differently because we're going to organize it. So Tanisha gathers all of her financial information in order to prepare her will, categorize various assets and liabilities into the table below, then construct a net worth statement. Okay, so this time we have to decide the values on the left over here. We have to decide whether these are assets or liabilities, and then we're going to find the sum and find the net worth. So house current value, that's an asset because we can sell it. So current value, I'm put CV, and that is $75,000. Oh, 75,500. Her car, the current value, that's also an asset. Whatever her current value is, that's what she can sell it for. So that's $8,920. Credit card debt. Remember, if it's a debt and I have to pay it off, that's a liability. So credit card, that's $30,175. Student loan debt, that's also a liability. She's paying that money. That's $75,630. Her checking account, that's money she has. So checking is $2,410. Furniture and jewelry, that's also an asset. That's money that she could sell. Or that's items she could sell to get money. Okay, so there's our prices. Now what I want to do is I want to add them together. So I'm going to add my assets and I'm going to add my liabilities. And I'm not going to show adding them. I think you guys could add them. So I'm going to just tell you this is $87,630 and her liabilities are $105,805. Okay, so if I look at these two, there's one thing I notice is that her liabilities are larger than her assets. Well, if her liabilities are bigger than her assets, do you think she's going to have a positive or a negative net worth? Okay, a negative net worth because she owes more money than she actually owns. So if I subtract these two, if I take, I can do it here, 105,805 minus 87,630, I am going to get 18,175. But again, her liabilities are larger than her assets. So liabilities are a negative amount. So she owes more money than she has. So her net worth is negative. Again, if your liabilities are bigger than your assets, you're going to have a negative net worth. Okay? Lots of people have negative net worths because they're paying off loans, which is okay as long as you can pay off your loans. So A says explain why Tanisha's net worth is different from the previous page. So if we look at the previous page, our net worths were positive, but Tanisha's net worth is negative. So that's what's the difference. Tanisha has a negative net worth. Okay, and the other ones on the first two pages both had positive net worths. Make sure again as you go through the video, if you have questions, write them down so you guys can message me. All right, number 4. Diego is preparing a spreadsheet with his net worth. He accidentally deleted the value of his student loan. Use the information in the table to determine how much Diego has in student loans. So we know up here at the top, they put his net worth is $62,480. And then they have these other items already listed. So for me, how I like to solve this problem is I like to separate my assets and liabilities already. And I'm going to add them. Liabilities. So remember your liabilities are your negative amount, which is only one. Your personal loan is a liability, so 18,220. And then I'm going to add the assets. So 110,600, 9,550, and 6,450. So 10, 15, 16, 10, 16, 2, 1. So I get 126,600 for my assets, and my liability is 18,220. Okay, so I'm going to figure out what he has for a net worth right here. So I'm going to subtract these two, 126,600 minus 18,220. Oops, I did not need to go that far. Got out of control. 10, 8, 3, 8, 0, 1. So I have 108,380 with the items he already has, but his net worth is only 62,480. So to figure out what his student loan is right here, we need to take our 108,380 minus 62,480 to figure out how much that loan is. So I would say his loan is 45,900, but his loan is a liability, which means it's a negative 45,900. And that's my answer. All right, number 5. Use the table below to determine the net worth of the Rasco family. So again, I would separate my liabilities and my assets. Remember, if it's a positive amount, that's your a positive amount is your assets. A negative amount is your liabilities. Okay, so the first question says total assets. So I'm gonna add up all my assets. All the ones I put in A by are the ones I'm gonna add together first. 3,200, 8,420, and 2,700. So I'm going to get 0, 2, 17, 19, 8, 89,720. And then I'm going to find my liabilities. So remember, your liabilities are your negative amounts or money that you owe. So that's 24,980, 18,900, and I get 43,880. Liabilities are negative. Okay, now I need to find what my net worth is. So to figure out my net worth, I need to take my assets minus my liabilities. I need to borrow 4. And I get 45,840. My assets are larger, which means I'm going to have a positive net worth. So my net worth is a positive 45,840. All right, please refer to these notes to help you on the assignment because it will be similar. If you have questions, let me know. Good luck.